Hola guys, que paso? How's everyone doing? This is Hala Pablo. Thank you for tuning in. Let's continue our Bitcoin analysis. We're gonna track. Where we are right now. Very briefly, on the left-hand side, I have a 1 hour, and then over here with this symmetrical pattern, we're on a 15-minute. I want to focus primarily on the VSA, on the volume spread analysis for it. And I still have a bearish bias on this thing, and I'll show you why. You see everywhere the price action bounced off the trend line. You see, like, we had this leading diagonal here where we fell through, and we fell through back in mid-December, and then we started this whole new kind of trading range in here where the support became resistance, and then it created a new support line. And then the price action was expanding. It's an expanding bearish triangle of where it is right now. And these, the reason I say bearish is because the waves, if you've noticed, the waves are growing. See how this wave is growing, and this wave is growing even more, and this wave is growing even more. The expanding waves denote relinquishment of supply. What's happening is that the market makers or informed interests are selling. They're buying down here at support, and then the demand, they're raising the demand until it gets up to the trend area, and then they're selling it. And then as soon as they sell it, the weak hands aren't able to penetrate this macro trend resistance line, and so the price falls back down. And so that's what creates these waves. And each time it goes down a little further, and then it goes up a little higher. They sell it a little higher, and then they buy it a little deeper, so on and so forth. And they do this until all the supply is spent, basically. And then when enough ample supply has been acquired or bought by the weak hands, and they're holding, and this could be where we are right now, the market makers remove their presence altogether, and the price, since there's an abundance of supply and there's no more strong hand demand, the price will fall. And if it falls through this new trend support line that it's created on this expanding triangle, the price will free fall or mark down in Wyckoff terms to the next lowest liquidity void, and that's usually where it finds new support. And so we're seeing everywhere where the price is hit. I mean, we knew that this distributed back in December. Look at this supply spike here. Now the supply spike, this is market makers selling their supply, and this is retail buying. And then that causes it to fall because weak hands are not able to maintain the value once they're holding it, and it falls through. And then we look at each subsequent time in this new wedge where the price is hit, and we see supply volume again coming in at each touch here. And then overall we have growing or increasing supply that is predominating all the demand. I mean, you could just take a cursory glance at it and see that the bears have been in control thus far. And so now what we want to do is kind of get more of a forensic look inside of this expanding triangle, since we're back up now at the resistance. We're here, right? We're at this area. And so we want to blow up this area now. We see that both supply and demand is very small right now. So we want to get more of a microscopic look. We want to get more of a forensic look at it and see what's actually going on more in detail. And when we blow up this area, what we see is this symmetrical structure which is a now symmetrical structures are bilateral, meaning they can go up and down. But this, I contend, is a bear symmetrical because it's coming out of a bear movement, which is this. We don't count this. We don't count this A here. We count this wave here that it came out of, and then it came back up at A. So this is the A wave, this is the B wave, this is the C wave, this is the D wave, and then if it comes back up for the E here, theoretically, according to theory, it is supposed to be a continuation of this wave here, this one here, not the A. So we're going to look and see if it does that. It's not 100%, and I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what it's going to do. But by the looks of this, just blowing it up a little bit, we could see that the demand has been growing. I'm sorry, the supply has been growing here. Look at the supply. As the price trends laterally, supply is growing. We're seeing more supply than demand. Now, it's true that demand has these two demand spikes are the highest, but you got to see where are they coming in. So this is above average demand, and then we look at the candle spread, and it really hasn't produced any kind of upward momentum to cause it, that is, to break through this trend line, this upper trend resistance. Instead, we have failures to rally. So these two predominant demand spikes have produced failures to rally. This one here, let me see. This is getting a little too cluttered. That this last spike here. Let's get rid of this. All right. See this right here? That's larger than normal. This one especially. So we look and we see what candle it goes with up here, and it's this one. You can hardly even see it. So this is effort versus result. This is a violation of that second law of Wyckoff, where it states that the effort, which is the volume, the effort is the volume, the buying pressure, the selling pressure, should equate to a similar capacity in the result. So if you got a large effort, you should have a big result. And if you have small effort, you should have a small result. Makes sense, right? Well, here you have a gargantuan effort, wouldn't you say? And here you have such a little result. So this is showing that despite all these buy orders, there's no value. The value isn't computing above this line here. So Bitcoin above this line, above the 104.9, it's not, you have all these bids going on, but no one's willing to bid above 104.9. It's like, imagine at an auction saying, do I hear 105 grand, 105, and nobody's raising their cards anymore. That's all this means, really. So the value isn't there. So even though you have all these these big strident demand bars in the volume, doesn't necessarily mean that the bulls are strong. Okay, these are demand tests, and these demand tests so far have failed. So all that does is it bolsters or buttresses my bias already with the bearish. That's a lot of B's, right? Bolster, bearish, buttress, bias, bear. So yeah, it's all, today is a B day. So so far I'm going to stick with this bias as long as we have supply coming in predominantly in demand. And this continues, the price action continues to lurk beneath this macro trend resistance here. This area that is now, that has been unable to prevail through in 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. And every time it hits it, supply comes in. Supply just explodes and the price goes down. It's failure to rallies and all these. And now that demand is coming in, we're seeing that it's not propelling the price at all through those key resistance lines. So we're going to keep watching. It remains to be seen. I'm still looking for more downside with Bitcoin, and that's good because if it does go down, that means that it would hopefully decrease in dominance and give the altcoins a chance. Coins like Bitcoin Cash and Shiba Inu and Cardano and Polygon and all these. You want these to fly, especially those of us that are holding that still have positions in some of these and would like to take profit, but we're waiting for the price action to go back up and reclaim these lost support lines that got broken through when Bitcoin sold off and brought all the alts down with it. So we still haven't really recovered from the Federal Reserve's statements back in December. We're still kind of meandering down there. And like I said, the whole Trump inauguration thing, it was a lot of fireworks, but it was a lot of noise, but no fire. So like I said, it was those that were hoping that Bitcoin would pump because of that. We're still down, and it remains to be seen if we can prevail through these trend resistance lines. So that's all I got. Like, subscribe if you get anything out of this, and I'll be sure to keep you updated with more Bitcoin updates and other coins too, as the market starts moving more. All right, guys, be safe in the markets. This isn't financial advice. Talk to you soon. Adios. Bye bye.